First of all, Ruby, can you share a little bit about your role and what you do?
So I am the Community Engagement Co-ordinator for North Lincolnshire Community Energy. I organise events and I promote the work of the co-op. I talk to partnerships and build and maintain partnerships, and that also talk to the general public and our membership.
Brilliant stuff. Well, I know you've been really active this Community Energy Fortnight. What have you been up to?
So we've had a few pop-up stalls so people can kind of come and have a talk to us, find out what we do. We have events that are free that we're running so that people who can't afford to be a member or are thinking about becoming a member, they might get involved with those. So to do with clean energy or energy outreach and sustainability. We showed We the Power, which is a film by Patagonia and Rescue. And we have had 2 more requests for that, including with young people, so under 25s, which is great.
Brilliant stuff. So it sounds like it's been really busy. And tell us a little bit about North Lincolnshire Community Energy. What is it? Why was it set up? And what does it do?
So North Lincolnshire Community Energy is a community benefit society. Its aim is to increase renewable energy within North Lincolnshire. We have had a really supportive partnership with the council from its inception, which has enabled us to have a lot more host sites in a very short amount of time. So we have quite a lot of host sites. So it's to do with the council have wanted to support that because they have targets to do with clean energy generation. And it also benefits those host sites because they're having a bit more energy security, it's clean energy, and it's owned by local people. So there's lots of different aspects of community energy that are really positive.
So basically, I mean, you've got these sites all across the county, haven't you, that are having solar put on them to generate their own clean energy?
Yes, so a host site can apply, and then those panels are put on and they are fitted by Joju Solar, who are absolutely fantastic and very reliable. So yeah, we work in North Lincolnshire only because we're a really big county, and we had a Towns Fund grant, which meant we were tied into Scunthorpe Town, but we are now working outside of that into North Lincolnshire in general. So we have over 350 members. Membership starts from £50. It's capped at £100,000, and you have a financial return for that. It's kind of like some people are really into the investment part of that and the return, and some people really like supporting those local community buildings. So as a co-op, we fit onto community buildings. We don't fit onto people's homes at the moment. I know some co-ops do that, and there are over 400 types of community energy co-op in the UK.
Yeah, and I mean, you're transforming, aren't you, the way that energy is generated and used. And tell us a little bit about some of the community energy projects in North Lincolnshire. Give us some highlights.
So we have fitted onto Lindsay Lodge. We have a solar tour there later today. So they are a hospice and their electricity costs are very high. And as part of their installation, there is actually really good generation because of how their roof is. So it gets sunlight all throughout the day, which is really beneficial for them as a site. They are the biggest hospice in the area and they support so many people, and they have all sorts of different types of groups and stuff like that. So it's really beneficial for those sorts of organisations to be supported in this way because it helps lower their cost, and then they also have the knowledge that that panel is there. It's going to help the generation. It's not reliant on fossil fuels. It's not reliant on importation. We own it, we're sharing it, and it's ours, and it's great, and it's supporting us as a community.
You know, we've installed, haven't we, together on so many buildings now. I'm thinking about Scunthorpe United Football Club and on so many schools as well. And schools are a real highlight, aren't they?
They are a real highlight, and also colleges as well. So we're up on John Leggett. They have had some engagement. When Joju did it, they talked to them about it, and we've also been in since then to talk to their T-level students and things like that about how they could get involved in renewable energy and keeping jobs more local if that's possible, and why you might want to draw that back into the community.
What have you heard from schools and communities when you've been out and about? What have they had to say?
It's quite interesting because I think it really depends on who you're talking to. And I think the thing that resonates with most of the people across the board is that it's ours and we own it and it's helping us as a community. That's the most important thing that is coming across when I talk to people about community energy. It's also quite a lot of people are not even aware that it's there. So it's really nice to be able to get out and talk to people and sort of engage with that sort of thing.
I know when, some of our team have been out chatting in schools, they were really impressed actually with the wider chats that they had as well about climate issues with students, with young people. Have you found that?
I have with the college students. Yes, absolutely. And the thing is here, there's not as much availability of information, and it kind of feels really disempowering when you've got things like the steelworks going, or people not really having that job security or feeling disempowered in their local area. It's nice to sort of talk about the community ownership aspect, but also its impact on the environment and how you can make small steps or the sorts of things that you can do that then make you feel like you are making a difference towards that.
Yeah, absolutely. And what difference do you think these projects are making to your county?
I think they are helping in terms of the clean energy generation, that we have saved over 675 tonnes of carbon. There's a financial saving for the host sites of an estimated £200,000 in electricity cost, which is amazing. And there's a generation of, I think it's 2 gigawatt hours of electricity so far, which are like phenomenal things to add in if you think it's only been going for like three and a bit years.
Yeah, absolutely. And generally, Ruby, why do you think community energy is so important?
So to me, community energy is really important because it is taking a social and political stance of owning that community energy, bringing it into the renewable sector. So there's a bit more security, there's an environmental awareness, but it is that thing of the profit remaining in the community or the people who invest. That's really important, because if you have a profit and it's coming from electricity, why would you not want that profit to stay in the community and to be supporting those people and those buildings, when it can do, when that's something that's so important?
Yeah, well, what are your hopes for community energy in North Lincolnshire then, and more generally as well?
In general, I would like to see every single rooftop with some solar on that is owned by the community, and that would include households and community buildings, because I feel like that would just make such a difference. Whether that's realistic in the next sort of 10 years, I don't know. That would be my hope for it.
Yeah, and it's definitely good to have that kind of goal, isn't it? That big goal
Yeah,
that we
absolutely.
can go for.
Yeah, the idealistic goal, definitely.
Absolutely. Well, what else is going to be happening in North Lincolnshire in the next few months this year?
So we have a climate cafe coming up this Saturday. We're doing some engagement with Winterton Incredible Edible. We have a couple more screenings for We the Power, and we've got some energy outreach sessions, just waiting for some confirmations of times and stuff. Installation wise, we have just finished St Bede's and St Bernadette's, which is absolutely fabulous. And yeah, hopefully we are going to, get some more sorted out by the end of this year, definitely.
Fantastic. And you talk about the cafes and the events that you've got coming up. Are they free to everybody in the local area to come to and just learn more about this different way of creating energy?
Yeah, we had some funding from Unity to increase sustainability, which includes free access things, so kind of like to remove that financial barrier. So we have Climate Conversation Cafe, we have building sustainability, we have screenings, we've got some work coming up with kids, we've got some energy outreach stuff coming up, and it's kind of like we really want to remove those barriers for people.
It's an interesting topic, that, isn't it? The equity of energy. And is that something that North Links Community Energy is really focused on, to get the word out to more people and to involve as many people as possible and to make it accessible?
I feel that is part of it. Yes, absolutely. I feel when you talk to people, it's not necessarily something they think is interesting. Just when you talk to this general public, well, what is it? It's a bit, can you make it exciting? Can you make it interesting? Everyone uses electricity, and perhaps they're not as aware of how it can be generated or how they can get involved in it. And that's a real interesting sort of lead in when you're talking to people, to be able to increase their awareness of that.
And how rewarding is that for you, to be chatting with people, to help people learn about the other ways that energy can be created?
I enjoy this job immensely because I like all the aspects of community energy. So I like the fact that it is supporting renewable energy and removing the profit from the monopolists and sort of bringing it back into the community. And I also really like the engagement aspect of it and talking to people. And I think that people can be interested in those things if they're given the opportunity to discuss them. And actually, it's having that engagement with them. Quite a lot of the time, they will find it quite interesting because it's different. And you might talk to someone and they're not really that turned on to it, but actually talking about owning the energy and having that security and that investment return, and it's supporting the community building. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, actually, that sounds really good. I really like that. That's really interesting. It's very rewarding in that sort of sense, yeah.
Yeah, brilliant stuff.
The rewarding thing is that how many members there are and how many sites there are, and how it's kind of gone from community energy trying to find footing quite often and sort of having to push against the societal norm to incorporate that, to sort of grow that. And then now it's like, boom, and it's here and it's being really supported, and that's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely it is. Well, good luck with everything that you're doing in North Lincolnshire. It's really inspiring to see it grow and develop, and thanks for the chat.
Thank you.